Good morning, good morning. How is everyone this morning? An unexpected, unscheduled live because Simple Stamping Saturday recorded didn't happen. So I'm going to do it live instead. It looked like it was freezing there for a moment, but we're okay. So I accept that there may not be very many of you here this morning. So I'm just going to start with my usual little speech, and I'm going to remember some bits this time. So I am Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, working across France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, the UK, and soon Ireland and Belgium. So if you're in either of those two countries and you are interested in being able to join Stampin' Up! Or buy from Stampin' Up!, get in touch. All my socials are in the description bar below and over on my website when there's a link to my website down there as well. Hello, Carol. Yes, I'm unexpectedly live this morning. It's Simple Stamping Saturday-ish. So if you're watching live, if you're logged into your YouTube account, do chat with me as we go along. If you're watching on replay, by all means leave comments in the area below the description bar, and of course if you don't already subscribe you can do that in the bottom right hand corner, and if you like what you see, a thumbs up is always appreciated. So I'm going to, without further ado, flip the camera down so we can see what we're doing. Right, now, earlier in the week, on Thursday, in fact, I put together the Simple Remedy. Can't remember what it's called now. Oh, isn't that sad? Anyway, the new kit. It's so sad. What do they call it? What do we call it? Best Remedy, that's the one. So these are the cards that you can make with that kit. So we've got our skunk, I've remembered what it's called this time, a bird and a mouse, and you have everything you need to make 9 cards, 3 of each designs, but you also get this really nice little stamp set, which if I pop it onto a piece of white, you can see it. So we've got all the sentiments, we've got the skunk, and various little bits to add. So I thought for Simple Stamping Saturday this week, I would do a stepped up version of one of the cards using the skunk. Obviously I'm going to be doing a stepped up version of the card with the skunk in it, because that kind of works really. So I haven't used this stamp yet, so it's very sticky on the sheet. Not sticky, it clings because it's meant to. So let me pick that up, and then I'm just going to rub it on the palm of my hand to get rid of that release spray that they put into the inside of the mould. And I'm going to remove these bits. I'll go through what I'm using in a moment. And I'm even going to be using the fine tip glue. It's sad really. So right, first thing I need is my memento. I will be using Starry Sky as well. You get a Starry Sky stamping spot in the kit. You also get a block that's about the same size as a D block, but I do like our ergonomic round cornered blocks because they are just so comfortable to use. That's better. Oh, no, a bit more central. Let's go a little bit more central. So new sheet of basic white. All my scraps have been used. So there comes a point where you just have to say, this is going to be the scrap sheet. Gosh, there's 9 of you watching and 1 comment. Oh, so how is everyone? What are you? Oh, hello, B. Listening on the way to Southampton. Yes, Jennifer's got her degree. Woohoo! Excellent. Well, hubby and I, because the forecast, if you're in the UK, you already know, for the first time ever, we've got a national alert for hot weather. There is a possibility can't believe I'm going to say this, that we're going to have 40 degrees this week, on Monday specifically, which is unheard of in the UK. So, yeah. So hubby and I have to say, are going down to the coast on Monday. We're going to leave very early. We've booked a parking space for West Wittering, because you have to book in order to go to West Wittering now. So we have, and that's what we're doing on Monday, because it's only going to be 30 degrees there as opposed to 39 here. Anyway, so I've stamped my little skunk somewhere in this pile of rubbish I call my desk. I've got snips. Hello Patricia, good evening from Melbourne. So today I have got a lot to do. I need to get out my thank you packs, which I still haven't sent out. I need to get out my in-colour packs. I need to get out my product shares. So it's only 27 degrees here today, so that's what I'll be doing. Because those need to be out. They should have been out sooner, but with going on our train journey, which was such fun. We took a Pullman train to Plymouth, which was just heaven. We paid for it with my incentive trip payout, because I was one of the lucky, I have to say this, anyway, I am required to say I am one of the lucky fewer than 1% who earned the incentive trip last year. We have to manage our lifestyle expectations, so yeah. Apparently only 1% of the demonstrator population in fact less than 1%, earn the incentive trip. So I'm just fussy cutting this out because obviously there isn't a die, this is a kit. But I think it's useful just to actually get to use the kit for things other than the kit. Because you get this stamp set, you've paid for it, you might as well use it. Which is why I thought, rather than doing my usual simple stamping, I would do a what to do with the bits left over from your kit. I have tried to stick to the colour scheme of the kit. So I've got polished pink, pool party, granny apple green, grey and starry sky out. And obviously white and black. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, B. Yes, go into Southend and have an early breakfast, although I'd be tempted to have an early breakfast and stay there. We'll be taking a picnic down to West Wittering. And yesterday I invested, not very much, in an umbrella, a beach umbrella, because I think we're going to need it even on the coast. Apart from anything else, I've still got quite an exposed head. And hubby burns just by looking at the sun. So there is our cute little skunk. Now you could, if you wanted to, go in there, but you know, there are limits, so I'm not going to. Now I am going to keep an eye on this image. Now this uses basic grey, which is probably better for a skunk. We don't have basic grey blends, but I'm going to use blends. But we do have smoky slate and light black. So I'm going to use those. I'm going to start with smoky slate light, just to get a sort of covering, and then move on from there. And I know those of you who are overseas will think 40 degrees. I mean, some of you who are overseas will think 40 degrees, that's nothing. You do have to bear in mind that this is exceptional in that we have got a serious weather alert. So we don't have things like air conditioning. You know, that's not a standard thing. If you're in a country that has high temperatures, you have the infrastructure to go with it, but we don't tend to do regular extremes, so we don't do much in the way of snow preparation, and we don't do much in the way of hot weather preparation. So yeah, I'll do his head and then I'll shade that. Now the one thing I am being very careful not to do is to colour in his eye, because you want that to be white, otherwise he's going to look a bit ill. Ooh, alcohol. It's because it's warm. And I will come back and blend in some of the extra colour that I'm putting down. So I'll come back with my light. Now I just want to see just how dark this is. That's what your scraps are for. Quite dark. So we want to keep this to a minimum. I will just add some to his nose to make his nose nice and dark. Let's see where else. I might put a little bit of shading around here. And just blend that out. Blend those bits in. Right, it's running nicely. Not necessarily what I want it to do. Right, okay, so this wants to be grey. So has anyone bought this kit? Hello, Nora! Did I surprise you? So, yes, so lots of busy packing for me today. My studio looks like a bomb has landed in it. I've got boxes everywhere. I mean, almost literally, I cannot move for boxes. Some of them are packed. They just need their postage labels putting on them. And then I can do a run to our local parcel drop. And I also need to prepare and post out our team retreats. Retreat boxes. This is the basic black light, because I'm going to do the shading. Oh no, it's not, it's the wrong one. This is the basic black light. So I'm just going to do a little bit of shading with that first. So yes, the retreat boxes need to go out, particularly the ones going over to Europe. So just a little bit of the black, and then blend that out with the dark grey. And then I'll blend that out with the light grey. I always think this is a bit like watching someone mow their lawn. Although, for those of you who are morning, Pam! For those of you who are of an age, this is a bit like, and I know we shouldn't probably mention him, the Rolf Harris show used to do, he used to paint something and say, but with a big paintbrush. And it was always, do you know what it is yet? Right, now I want to get a little more definition in his eye. Pam, I've just said that my weekend is trying to get my brain to work, is going to be packing. So I'm hoping to get them out today. But certainly over the weekend they will be packed and sent out. But having had other things on this week, like going on our train journey, I've run out of time. And to be honest, I've not been feeling great with the heat. So I've taken the little flowers, so I have had a bit of downtime. But yes, they should be out very soon. They'll certainly be out next week at some point. They will be with you sometime next week. Right, this is going to be very tiny to fussy cut, but yes, I think you joined just after I'd said that. Timing, as they say, is the art of comedy. But yeah, thank you packs, product shares, In Colour Club, Team Retreat boxes. I've just launched I'm in the process of launching a new class, a mini class. Then I've got to design my main class for the month. It's a busy time, which with 30 plus degrees heat is gonna be interesting. And it's my niece's birthday tomorrow. Can't believe she's going to be 25. It's unbelievable. Right, pool party for the little pot. This is Pool Party Dark. One reason to stamp and then fussy cut, if you're going to fussy cut, is because then you know that the I need Granny Apple Green. Then you know that the mementos had a chance to actually set properly. So let's bring in with the leaves for Granny Apple Green. I'm using the dark Granny Apple Green. And then I've got polished pink. Oh, I do need to add some bits of polished pink to my skunk. So I'm going to go dark on two of the flowers and light on the other one, because in my mind there is no blue flower that is Pool Party blue. There's blue purple, but it's going to be unbearable, Pam. I think you missed. Hubby and I are going to go down to the coast for the day. Right, so that is that. I do need to finish off with some pink on my skunk, because I need pink ears and pink feet. I'm not convinced by pink cheeks, so I'm going to miss those out. And then I'm just going to bring in my colour lifter again, just to blend out the top of that ear. those ears, I should say. So it's very basic colouring, nothing too complicated, kind of just colouring within the lines. So my inspiration, I do need to stamp I'm Here For You. If I can find the stamp set, so I buried it under my white card. In Starry Sky. I will be trimming this down a little bit, so I'm going to come down. There we go. Oh, I need to keep that out for a moment because I have got, using the double heart punch, where you get, well, I'll show you in a minute, I've punched out some hearts. Oh, thank you, Carol. And even though this stinks, fits nicely on this heart. So this is going to be quite a good mirror or of a stepped up version of this card, or the original card, I should say. So cut at an angle. Come on. Couldn't make it up sometimes, you really couldn't. Now I want this to be at the same angle. So I'm going to line up that piece that I've already cut and use that as a guide so I get the same angle both ends of my piece. That's quite close to the U, but it's fine. And then I'm just going to trim that down a little bit so it's nearer to the right size. Right, okay, so I do need to do one last bit of stamping, but we'll do that in a moment. I have got, oh, touched the wrong bit of my keyboard, never a good idea. That's better. I have got from the annual catalogue, let's find the punches, the Heart Punch Pack. That's on page 153 and it's 151292, £36 for the pair. And you get the straight and the scallop, and you can layer the straight onto the scallop. So really quick and easy to do. So I've done the scallop one in vellum, and I'm going to offset that just a little bit, kind of like that. I've got half a sheet of Granny Apple Green. I have a bone folder just over here where it's buried. I've got a piece of the Wash with Beauty Designer Series paper, and I've got the green background to act as this area. So I think I'm going to go that way around. Now, if you're in a country that uses Imperial, this is 12.1 or 7.7, sorry, 12.1 by 7.7 centimeters, or 4 3/4 by 3 inches. If you're working in North American letter, it's 3 1/8 by 4 3/8 to get the same proportions. No, Leslie, I wasn't going to go live. This is the oops, I forgot to record Simple Stamping Saturday because there was just too much else on. So this is Simple Stamping Saturday live. Got to keep you all on your toes. It's a very good reason to make sure that you've hit that alert button, which sometimes works. Not always, but sometimes. So I'm going to have the lighter areas at the bottom. Now, if you've got the 6x6 Designer Series paper stacks, you could obviously use one of those Granny Apple Green patterns. So we're going to have, actually I might go that way. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that way. I'm going to make this an expensive card to post. by adding dimensions on top of dimensions. But that's just like the way I like to rock and roll every now and again. And if someone's not well, they're worth a large letter stamp. So we'll pop that there. Now I'm going to have him down there. I'm going to have these here. Oh, sounds like there's a dog fight going on. You didn't get an alert. No, YouTube's not always great at sending alerts. Oh, I could actually leave that flat and pop that up. Might do that. So, seal. Could use green glue, but because this is basic white, I'm not a great fan, as you know, of green glue on top of basic white. Right, I'm going to come up the way a bit, I think. What I'm thinking of is this, if I put it up here, it looks like he's floating in midair. How much is a large letter stamp? Ooh, lots. I'll have a look in a minute. So if I have it up there, I think, to my eye, that looks like he's floating, whereas if I bring it down, he's on the line. So I'm going to bring it down. This is going to be on dimensionals. Ooh. Yeah, I think I will overlap. So I'm here for you. Green glue, where have you gone? Actually, I won't. I'll use seal. So let's go up the top to begin with. So I might have, yeah, I might offset it that way so you've got a bit of scallop showing. And then like that. And I've brought out from the For Everything Fancy sequins, which I'm delighted to say come in individual colour pots. The sequins that we had in the last annual catalogue came in a plastic thing with dents in, and it was really difficult to use just the one colour you wanted. Now, where's my take your pick? It is here. These are gorgeous. Let me just say, let me tip some out, because they're not just sequins. So we've got sequins, some of which are glitter. We've got little gems. We've got, although I don't seem to have any in this bit, let's dig some out. Come on, I can see you. We've got pearls, all sorts. So this is a little cluster of pearls. Don't know if it's meant to be a cluster, but mine is. So it's not just sequins. Some of the sequins don't have holes, which is equally good. So I'm going to use fine tip glue, which most of you will know is not my favourite adhesive, because I find it really difficult to get the top back on. But as I am going to be using this for my Top Tip Tuesday this coming week, I guess I ought to use it a bit. So I'm just popping some little bits of glue down. And let's have one just there. So I'm doing 2 lots of 3. Now there's a pin in the lid that you need to then line up with the hole that the stuff comes out of. So let's see what we have. I do like the glittery. If I can get other bits off the glittery. Thank you. Now it does take a little while just to set. I have one of these. And you have a little bit of time just to, so you can put your glue, you can put your glue down and then put your embellishment on top. Might go for another little, oop, that's a tiny weenie. Don't want a tiny weenie. It's another tiny weenie. Why is it always that you pick up the bits you don't particularly want? In place with the lid of the other end. Come on, flip over, thank you. And one last piece. I think I quite fancy another pearl if I can find a single pearl. Or get a single pearl might be a better way of describing it. There we go. Oop. Oh, it had something underneath, so there's something underneath is what's stuck. Little. So there we are. Those are the fancy for everything fancy sequins, and they come in blue, green, and this is obviously pink. I'll dig out the others in a moment, but they are gorgeous. Wonder how those. Yeah, don't know. Probably individual sheets that are then all thrown in a pot and mixed up. Plastic, which is possibly not great, but so yes, we've got the blue, which has got gold in. It's this with the textured chic, amazing. So that, the pink and the green, just gorgeous. Now, large letter stamp. So, large letter. So if we're looking at first class, instead of 95p, it's £1.45, and for second class, instead of 68, it's £1.05. So it's quite a jump between a standard letter and a large letter, although I think our postage is, from a global point of view, not that bad by comparison to other postages I've heard people talk about. I love these blue. Oh, Christmas. I'm sorry, I know it's about to be the... You need them now. Absolutely, Leslie. They are gorgeous. There's so much of them. I mean, it's huge. So, yeah. Amazing. Approximately, now some poor so-and-so has obviously had to count these, approximately 2,300 sequins. And pearls, obviously. But yeah, so there you are. So there's my little stepped up version of this, or another way of, oh, I need to stamp on this. Another way of looking at it is that it's the what you can do with the stamp set when you've finished with the kit. So I thought it would be nice to have a little pot down in the corner for the inside of the card. You can colour it or not colour it, it's up to you. I quite like not colouring if it's an outline. You miss the sequins, they're very well hidden. Let me find them for you. I think we think they're something else, if that makes sense. So they're on page 141, they're these. But I think they're just missed, and we think that they're all mushed in together, but they're not. You get 20 grams per container, and they range from 2 to 6 millimeters. A mix of loose sequins, pearls, rhinestones. So yeah, but the Sparkle and Shine sequins, which are clear and iridescent, are also available. And also, if you're looking at a shaker card with the bottles, there's the effervescent elements, which also have 2,300 pieces. So how much are these? They're £14, but they're actually, bearing in mind that it's that the Sparkle and Shine sequins are £6.75, you're getting, in effect, almost 3 times the number for only double the price. But gorgeous! So this will then go on the inside of the card. I rarely do put this inside the card at this stage, but I will. And then we will be done. So I was going to say a short live, but not really. A longer live to make one card. But then we've just got that little element that brings the outside in. So there we are, the original and my version. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, a thumbs up's always nice. Have to add it to your next order. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. Right, let me just flip the camera back up if I can get my mouse to move. There we are. So, I hope you all have a good day. As I say, if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you're watching on replay, just to remind you, can add a comment below the description bar. I will hope to get stuff. Thank you, Leslie. I will hope to get some blog posts up and some shopping lists up once I've packed everything else. At the moment, I'm kind of, my brain is so overloaded that I can't do anything. So I'm going to be very strict with myself today. And because I'm taking Monday off, I'm going to be doing lots of packing today. So thank you, Nora. So have a very, very good day. If you are anywhere which is warm, drink lots of fluids and keep out of the sun. And if you are going into the sun, sun cream. And I will see you again, hopefully, it's going to be warm, on Tuesday morning. If it is unbearably warm in here, I will postpone until Wednesday, because although Monday is the very, very hot day, Tuesdays, if Monday hadn't been as hot as they're predicting, Tuesday would be a very, very hot day. At the moment, they're saying that it's going to be, I think, 35 degrees, which oh no, it's just gone up again, 37. So if it is unbearably hot in here, I will postpone until Wednesday, when it's going to be a nice cool 23 degrees. So just keep your eyes probably on Instagram as much as anything, because that's obviously instant. But yeah, if it is going to be unbearably hot in here, given that there is no air conditioning, I will postpone until Wednesday. Thank you. I will enjoy the coast, and have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.